Hello there. It is 9:23. It is late on a Sunday night. It is April 2nd, 2022. And I wanted to just a couple of odds and ends, I suppose. One was went to the movies last night and saw the new D&D movie, and I did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty neat. But after the movie, um, after having the Ball Buster soda, which is only like 22 ounces for me, that's not a ball buster. But anyway, big soda, big thing of popcorn. I have to go to the bathroom bad, and the older you get, you have to go. You better go when you feel it. So kind of as I was making my way, and the first the movies are all letting out at different times. There's a big crowd of people coming and going, and I see there's the ladies' room, and so I go make off the artery into the little vein of the little ladies' room. And as I'm walking down the hallway into we're past the turn into the ladies' room, so now it's only women from this point. It's all you can see. And it was like a Death Star trench run, the walls, coming at me, and I'm dodging girls, 3 girls holding hands coming out of the bathroom, and old women coming and going, and just a very chaotic entry into the ladies' room. And once I got in there, there was a row of sinks and women, touching up their makeup or messing their hair or whatever. And it was just a very chaotic room. There's a lot of things, and I kind of weaved my way in and out and found a stall, and sat in and sat down and did my business. But as I was kind of doing the trench run, walking in there, it just brought back some memories. The first few times when I started to transition, that I walked into the women's bathroom, and you didn't know what to expect, but just to walk in and to feel, the insecurity. Am I going to get in trouble walking in here? Do I belong in here? Well, of course I belong in here, but just the feeling that it brought back of, maybe how far maybe I've come, and yes, I belong in here, a lot of the political rhetoric that we see, about trans women and not being allowed into the ladies' room and everything. It just kind of, it brought back a lot of different emotions, of being in the right place, and I belong here, and this is where I should go. And, it just kind of brought that back to me. I thought it was kind of funny after it happened. So there was that. And then I'm trying to think what else happened that was kind of interesting today. Oh, damn. I wish I would have wrote it down. We talked about the bathroom. Talked about that. I might pause the video just so I can think. Hang on. I'm going to pause it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your patience. It took me a minute or two. I don't have it in here. Maybe I do have it in here. I got a letter today. We got a letter from the council. Well, this isn't it, but we'll assume this is it. Got a letter, and it came in the mail. But it had my name on it. It had Karen Parks. And, it's one of those things that you think you get used to it, but I just, as I looked at it, it was it's my name in print, and I think as it turns out, it was junk mail, but was just one of those things, like, I guess just affirmation of who you are, you know, even if it is just junk mail, even if it is the, da 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 or current resident, you know, just that you're to see your name, who you identify with, and maybe much like walking into the bathroom, you're definitely I'm definitely committed to my transition and whatnot. Um, but to see my name again in print, it just again just kind of hit me about how good it is, how satisfying it is, how good it is to be comfortable with yourself, you know, and you know, some people don't have that, they don't have that, they never have that realization because they're in the right body, da 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 da, from the get go, so it's just natural, I should be Mr. So and so or Mrs. So and so. But for me, again, to see who you are, and to have other people call you by that name, it also is very affirming. And obviously, you knew this already. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. But it just kind of reminded me a little how far I've come, but also thankful of where I'm at. And I hope that if you haven't reached that stage yet, you will soon. You will soon. Kind of have a lot going on this week. Start to see my therapist again on Tuesday, and I'm going to ask her for a letter for my surgery, or I guess entertain it. I don't necessarily need it right now, because I haven't heard back from the surgeon. I haven't heard back from the plastic surgeon. So that could happen a month from now, 2 months from now, and I almost kind of feel like if the doctor's office kind of needs to let me know, probably the next step from them would be a phone call, that says, hey, we'd like to go ahead and just put you on the doctor's schedule a year from now, or 6 months from now. Can you do it in October? That's what, 6 months from now. She has an opening on October 17th, can you do that? And of course you're like, okay, she needs 25% of the surgery paid by such and such a date. Can you do that? Yeah, okay. So that's probably going to happen next. And then I have between now and October to get my therapist to write me a letter. You know what I mean? So it's just another step in the process. Thursday I go and I have my mammogram, which was the other thing. That again, the surgeon said that she would need it, but it wasn't a requirement. Like, they're not going to put me on her schedule. Maybe it's worth a follow-up. Like, maybe once if I haven't heard back from the surgeon, by the time I get the mammogram results back, there'll be something on my file, my chart, that'll say, fluoroscopy, x-ray, whatever, test on April 7th or whatever day it is. And then maybe I could call up and say call up the surgeon's office and say, I just wanted to let you all know, the doctor told me that she wanted me to get a mammogram, and here it is. Maybe I can do that if I haven't heard from them. It'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks before I hear anything from the results of the mammogram, I would assume. I've only had one mammogram before. They ask you to step up to a machine and they kind of put your boob between 2 panes of glass and then squeeze them. That was my experience on a mammogram. Um, so we'll just kind of see. Yeah. When I went to see the doctor, she told me that one of my breasts is smaller than the other. They're not the same size, same volume. And I think that's one of the things she probably will address too. One implant will be so many cc's different than the other to kind of balance them out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the one hand, I want to be aware of what's going to happen. On the other hand, I kind of want to stay ignorant of it, because if I think about the cuts they're going to make and what they're going to peel back and what they're going to stick and what they're going to, I really don't want to know that. When I had GCS, I watched the video, I think twice. Oh my goodness. Cat chasing cat. And that took a lot to watch the video about penile inversion. And then after I watched it once, I was like, you know what? They're going to knock me out. You don't watch it while it happens. I don't care. I don't really want to know. It's kind of like a surgical, black box. You have an input and an output. This is going to happen and I'm going to be out, and then, so there's kind of a lot of stuff going on. You think about it. So that'll happen this week, and then it'll just be a matter of kind of waiting. Other than that, I can't really think of too much else that's going on right now, other than the normal. Our norm seems to be states just passing laws against us. I did read President Biden's Transgender Day of, I keep saying remembrance, visibility, and it was kind of I think last year's speech was a lot better in comparison. Not as much fireworks out of the president this year, but still a call, basically a call to Congress, please pass this, and that's really all he can do. There's no bite. President can only do so much. It's a law. It's a legal matter. It's a Congress needs to pass the law. The president can't pass the law. The president can't make the law happen. It's gonna, someone's got to propose it. We saw it. We had two senators, or I think they were senators, who proposed a transgender rights bill. So we'll see what happens. If not this time, maybe next time. But it's probably going to be an issue in the next election. I hope that it doesn't fall by the wayside in the next year or thereafter. Other than that, that's about it. I did pick up a book. It's back there. Can't think of the name of it now. But it's a romance book about a young lady, a bookshop. It sounds a lot like the book I was going to write, to be honest. But it's about a woman in Maine, I believe, who in a small town in Cabot Cove, right? Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote. No, it's about a bookshop owner in Maine who falls off a chair in her bookshop. She's putting a book on a shelf, and she falls over off the stool, hits her head, and she wakes up, and she has magic abilities. She could become a witch if she wants to, and or she's delusional from hitting her head. We don't know. And she has romance. It's kind of a romance novel, but it's also a mystery novel, and I'm kind of curious to get back into it, because it's just enough of a romance novel that I like it. It's not, romance, but it's kind of a good read. I'm looking forward to it. I do like romance novels like that. I don't like the, he the novel. Oh, I can't think of it. Wasn't The Lord of My Loins or something? I mean, it was this blatant romance novel. Oh, I can't think of it. You know, the cover was, you know, this buff Scotsman lord, you know, and the little woman in the background, and you know, I don't know. I'm still trying to get the name of it. Anyway, it's funny. One more thing, and then I'll shut up. You know, it's people. I haven't quite found the balance yet of, you know, people have needs. People have. I have one of the transgender friends I have is looking to have top surgery, and they did a GoFundMe, you know, and I wanted to contribute to their GoFundMe. At the same time, um, whatever money I have right now, I'm squirreling away from my own top surgery, and so mentally, I kind of made you know, how can I do this? I can't do both right now. I've got to take care of me first. And then once I have me settled, I can help them because I'd like to help them out. You know, each of us have things that are very important to us. You know, for me, for the moment, helping my daughter out as a parent, that's like my top. My daughter's okay, you know, then I can focus on this other. And then once this is done, as long as my daughter is okay, then I can help my friend with their top surgery. You know, those are very significant things to us. And then I noticed today on Facebook, one of the other friends that I have posted a picture about a painting they did and how they're going to do painting. And you're like, I'm very happy that you found a hobby that you like. And then in the back of my mind, as I'm saying, but you know, you have friends who need help, you know, and so and so's unemployed. And I mean, it's like at what point do you, you know, we have to live our own lives. We also, I think, want to help each other out. You know, what can we do? We have to pay. We have to put food on the table for ourselves and our families, and you know, it would be nice to live in a country that medical things was just taken care of, like our hell, here in the United States, I can't think of anything that's kind of free. Even our garbage service. Well, our garbage service is you pay a city tax, don't we? I do. Yeah, yeah. We don't pay for our garbage. Where I live, we don't pay for our garbage service in the city. You pay extra for recycling, but you don't pay for your garbage now. But we pay for our sewer. Um, but you know, wouldn't it be cool to live in a country that if you got sick, you would be able to be treated and not go into the enormous amount of debt. And it wouldn't really matter, you know, if you wanted to have top surgery or bottom surgery or, you know, things that we probably would deem as medically unnecessary. You know, anything you need to help you be happy. You know what I mean? I mean, you probably would have guys with like 4-foot long dicks. Penis enlargement. I need a bigger penis. You know, but wouldn't it be nice to live in a world, live in a place that if you got sick, you wouldn't have to worry about going into, you know, financial debt if you had diabetes or a disease, you know, your family wouldn't have to go into debt. You know, it seems so very basic. You know, wouldn't that be nice to live in that? Wouldn't it be nice to live in a place where, you know, regardless of the color of your skin, you're treated the same as someone else? I mean, it's another, wouldn't it be nice? But, you know, can you imagine a Star Trek future, you know? a utopia. Sounds pretty good to me. Hope we get there. All right, Captain's Log. Till next time, I wish you the best of luck in becoming your authentic self, and hang in there. If you, I have a couple of trans men friends. I'll have to ask them, what was your experience the first time you went into the men's room, and, what was it like to walk along and see the wall of urinals and, the toilets, and I don't know. It's kind of funny. I remember, well, I did say I was going to shut up. Sorry. Where I used to work, I should have checked it. I think they redid the bathrooms before they renovated the bathrooms in the building. I went into the ladies' room, and there was a couch in the ladies' room, and there was like a little dinette set in the living room, in the ladies' room. I mean, it was insane. And I was like, is every ladies' room like this? Is there always a couch? Is there always like this dinette set? I didn't know. And yeah, since then they've redone the bathrooms. But now this building that I worked in, it's almost 100 years old. And so, it's been around a long time. It was the Belknap building in Louisville. It was the Belknap company. It was a mail order catalog. They made horse saddles and farmer equipment, such like that. The collars they used to put around the horses, and the I don't know what you call it, the reins and all that. They made like rakes and everything. But yeah, that's the bathrooms were, the old ladies' bathrooms, and the little kitchenette set and the couch. I mean, I was like, amazing. All right, till next time. Bye-bye. Take care.